And I want these people to experience what I have experienced. And when I tap into that, I get a lot of energy just right now. I can feel it. Can you feel it in yourself? When you think about this, it's a very simple little process. And here's the challenge. A lot of people won't do all 6 steps. I'm fine at setting an exact goal. It's easy. I'm all good at saying, yeah, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that. Writing a definite date. Yeah, well, I can do that with the event. Definite plan. When you don't know all of the pieces, that can be very easy to avoid. But a definite plan also involves you committing. That's the secret. You committing to it and making a promise to someone outside of yourself. Hey guys, Matt Tait here from Fork in the Road, your channel for transformation. Today I'm talking to you about this book here. It's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's one of those classics that they use in all self-development circles. And whilst it's talking about growing rich financially, it's also, I can see, the formula for growing rich as a person, to getting out of your own way, which is the thing I work with my NLP coaching. It's the thing I work with in my life coaching. It's the thing I work with in helping people overcome their internal conflict. And so in this, there is a fantastic little piece, which I've written on the board over here, and it is one of those timeless pieces, and it kind of fits in with a lot of other self-development, but I just saw some deeper pieces to it. These are the bits that nobody ever does. And so, it's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it's the 6 steps to manifest your future. Now, when I say the 6 steps to manifest your future, in the book, they focus on 6 steps to manifest the amount of money you want. But I can see straight away, it's the 6 steps to manifest anything. You just plug the thing in and your brain will get it. This is where we get into that amazing space called the quantum realm, where you're actually using your brain to project into the future and create stuff out of thin air. If you can connect the dots, the money will flow. If you can connect the dots, everything else will flow, right? So that's the goal of this video, is to share with you how you can use this to get anything in life. It's about turning on your filters. I've got the ebook about turning on the filters of your mind, using it to overcome internal resistance. And that's exactly what you're doing in this book here. So I was reading it the other day thinking, my God, this is right in the heart of NLP land. This is in the middle of everything we do in coaching. And this is all about the manifesting, right? So that's why I thought I'd bring this piece together today. So I've got it on the page here, page number 18. They're talking about those steps. So it's the 6 steps to manifest your future. And just to paraphrase out of the book, it's the 6 steps or 6 ways to turn your desires into gold. This is the way they put it there. So I've paraphrased over here a little bit to help you move forward. Paraphrased it to allow you to absorb the lessons and take out of it what you will. So this is one of those self-help books that everyone turns to. Let's see what we can extract out of it for ourselves today. Exact defined goal. Exact give in return. What are you going to give? Define or definite date. Do you have a definite date when this thing's happening? Definite plan. And begin to act on it at once, now, even if you're not ready, right? The action is in setting it all up. Written statement of what it is, and you read that written statement twice per day. 2 times per day. Pretty simple little formula, and I think many of you would have seen the SMART acronym, SMART, where it talks about being specific, being measurable, being attainable, being realistic, and being time-based, right? And that is effectively what this is doing here. But I think there's a few pieces, and that is the action piece. See, the SMART acronym is great, but it doesn't get you into action. So let's go through this and I'll put it in context of a goal I've got in a new event that I'm doing. I'm doing an event in a couple of weeks in New Zealand, in Auckland, and that's what we're doing. And this event's all about your purpose and your future and seeing a vision for your future. Well, this here is right at the heart of that vision for the future, right? So let's create a vision that we can see and believe in. And that's where we connect the dots. And I like to extract the good bits out of these books that are directly related to what I'm doing in this particular session. It's about firing off that vision in your brain and actually actioning it so you clear out the negative beliefs and head towards ones that are what you want instead. Sounds good, doesn't it? And so with that in mind, let's go through it. An exact and defined goal. All right, let's see. Let me put this to the test. I've got this event coming up. I've got about 2.5 weeks to go, a bit under 2.5 weeks now, and I've got a couple of people coming to the event, right? So let's set an exact goal and see if we can manifest this focus that I need, turn on my filters to get myself in the right places. Let's see if this works. This is a little scientific experiment, right? To see my defined goal. All right, let me write down some stuff. I'm going to put the book down. What is my defined goal? Okay, I've got to think about this. So this is the thing, we don't go to those steps to get it right. So I'm going to test this on me first, right? So let's have a think. What's an exact goal that I can set for this event? Well, let's see. Something that was defined could be, let's see, what can I do? I was about to say what I can't do. See, our brain wants to take us to negative. The venue's got 30 people, right? So let me set a goal for 30 people at the event, which would blow my mind considering I haven't done an event for 3 years. I've been sitting on my bum on the chair over there, not seeing any humans, right? So I really would love to have 30 people who I could help, regardless as to whether they work with me, but they're going to come to the session and then they're going to go away more informed, more even changed. They're going to be changed people because I know that these techniques, they help me so much. Oh my God, I'm clear about this thing that I was stuck on, right? I had that experience going to another seminar where someone took me through a value session and I got through the end of it and I was like, oh my God, I have to be public speaking. Here I am, public speaking, right? I have to be public speaking. It's at the heart of whatever I'm going to do. Whether it's like teaching it or doing it or using it as my profession, I want to get better at it. I haven't done it for a long time, but this was 2019, 2020 even, just before COVID. And I realized, I have to be public speaking. So here I am with a YouTube channel, right? So what is my defined goal? All right, let's have a think. What's my defined goal? I'm going to go with, I should have a different color pen. I'm going to go with, give me another pen. I'm going to go with 30 people at event. Which is crazy considering I'm only just getting myself out there in Auckland. 30 people at the event. Crazy. All right, so you see the reaction I'm having. I'm like, oh, can I get 30 people? What a great problem to have, right? So, what am I prepared to give in return? Oh, that's a good one. What am I going to give in return? Well, let's think about that. Now, to get 30 people in there, my brain starts to build a plan. My brain starts to think, well, what do I have to do to get 30 people in there? Considering the current skill level I've got in marketing, considering the current skill level I have in public speaking, but it's more about, am I getting in the right places with the people who I'd like to invite? Well, it's a bit wide at the moment. I haven't got specific enough. And with 2 weeks to go, I know I don't have the time. So you see, I'm starting to unpack the problem. When you get into this, you could journal on this. Give an exact return. Like, what am I going to give in return to get the 30 people? Well, I reckon in order to get 30 people, now I think there's 2 who are registered from the outside world and probably 5 who are registered who I know. So if I think about that, that's 7. So I need another 23. So if I really broke it down, I would probably over 2 weeks, let's call it 14 days, need to do a video every second day maybe, and put it in particular social media channels. And I could do all of those videos in one hit and edit them up and have them ready to flick on, right? So that's something I'm prepared to give. I'm also prepared to maybe get on 1 or 2 podcasts where somebody might be able to get me in front of 1,000 people. I don't know, pick a number. So finding a podcast, so the research for the podcast, reaching out to them and seeing if I could get on in short notice with 2.5 weeks to go. All right, so there's another one. So what am I going to give in return? All right, I'm going to say 7 videos, social, and podcasts. And I'm going to have to do something each day to make that happen, because I can do all the videos and do the posting, but there's got to be more. So I'm going to have to flesh this out. And maybe what I'm going to give in return will come out in this next step, because I'm finding myself, I'm dipping down into the definite plan. Now, something that was a bit of a pattern I thought it was really worthwhile pointing out is that here we have the word exact and the word exact, and then we have the word definite and definite. You look at that, well, we need to be exact and we need to be definite. We need to be precise. And so when you think about that, well, are we precise about our futures? No, we never are. Unless we're going on an overseas holiday and we need to be on this plane at this time. The rest of the time, we are very imprecise. I know I have been in my life. And so this is very definite, and it's something my brain can focus on. Where could you focus on an exact and defined goal? Go and find one and test this out. The second is exact, give in return. What are you going to give in return, and really define it exactly, which kind of leads you to the next step, and that is a definite date and a defined plan. Right, so I've got a definite date. I've got my session coming up on the 6th of August, right, in 2022. Today is it's the Thursday 2 weeks before that, so I haven't got the date on my hand. I'll put it on the screen. So you get the timeline. It's 2 weeks plus 2 days, effectively. And so there I am with a definite date. Yes, tick. I can put myself a big tick there. Yep, that's good. The exact defined goal, got that. Exactly what I'm going to give in return, I need to clarify that in my definite plan. Now this just requires me, in this definite plan, to write out what am I going to do. Put my best foot forward to fill the event, right? Instead of just like this, what am I going to do? Now, I've done some work on myself here because I had resistance to doing this sort of stuff in the past. And I've got a fantastic recording from my mentor, Rick Schnabel. He was awesome, and did some coaching with him, and he helped me overcome very old resistance to this goal, right? It's something I want, absolutely, something I'm capable of. I have the skills, and yet there was some kind of thing going on, like this. So I decided, let's get myself out there, and I'm gonna write this definite plan. So what am I gonna give? Well, I've got to write the plan out tonight. So I'll do that after this, and you can follow up on this video series and you can see how I went. Bit of accountability to my YouTube family of currently 186 or so people. And you're gonna see my definite plan come out, right? I might not show all the detail, but I will have done it, right? Okay, here's my plan. And will I then go into action straight away? That's the next piece. I'm gonna just say, okay, here's your plan, and then relax. That's what we all do. It's what I've done in the past. But this time, different. This time, I'm going to take the first step, and there'll be action 1 and move into it. So it's a nice positive piece, and it might build momentum. And I'll have it scheduled into my Google Calendar. You're doing this today. You're doing this today. You're doing this today. And paying attention to that, focusing on it, so that over the next 2 weeks, I'm ready to go. Now, there's still preparation for the actual PowerPoints, which all that's coming together, and testing out the variety of different techniques. What do I want this particular group of people in Auckland to have on August the 6th, August the 6th, on the Saturday afternoon? And then I'm writing out the statement, right? My statement might be on August the 6th, 2022, I'm going to have 30 people at the event. I will have given an amazing amount of energy towards attracting those people and learning what's the best way to attract people who do want purpose, who do want, more out of life, who want a vision they can believe in and understand their next step. What is that going to look like? And putting together an amazing program for them. And then this definite plan that I have followed through. And I'm going to write that statement down, something a bit more condensed than that. And then read that statement 2 times per day, once before bed, and then once in the morning out loud to myself. And focus on this for 2 weeks. The big part here, I think, is a definite plan. And this is where I probably was stuck in the past. No definite plan. It's kind of just, have a bit of a go maybe. There is no intent behind it. Well, I tell you what gives me intent. I've got 2 people who are registered already to the event. And I now have made a promise to those people that I will follow through, right? So absolutely, they are going to get one hell of a seminar, one hell of a workshop. I'm going to take them on a journey, and I need to really tap into that because I know what it's like to go on the journey. I know what it's like to go to a seminar and have the seminar change your life. I know what that's like. And I want these people to experience what I have experienced. And when I tap into that, I get a lot of energy just right now. I can feel it. Can you feel it in yourself? When you think about this, it's a very simple little process. And here's the challenge. A lot of people won't do all 6 steps. I'm fine at setting an exact goal. It's easy. I'm all good at saying, I'm going to give this, I'm going to give that. Writing a definite date. Yeah, well, I can do that with the event. Definite plan. When you don't know all of the pieces, that can be very easy to avoid. But a definite plan also involves you committing. That's the secret. You committing to it and making a promise to someone outside of yourself, as I have done to these 2 strangers who are coming to my event. You're making a promise that you are going to deliver something that they need. Now, with my seminar, it's called Breakthrough. The breakthrough to a vision with purpose. That's the tagline. And so these kinds of techniques are all great for me. And to also showing up saying, hey, I am breaking through every day. I'm breaking through another barrier. I'm breaking through another place. I'm breaking through to help a lot of people. I hope that helps today, that you've now got an exact and defined goal. Go and write one down right now. You already know what it is, don't you? You wouldn't be listening to this channel if you didn't have other goals that you've tried and perhaps stopped on. You know what they are. What are you going to give in return? Exactly, precisely. What are you going to give? Think about that. When's it going to happen? We all need the defined date. Definite plan. Unpack it. What can you do? Taking into account your ecology. What are you going to see? What are you going to hear? what are you going to feel when you've got this thing? A written statement. All of this written down and read out 2 times per day. Once before bed and then once when you wake up. So stay tuned. I've got my event. I've got 2.5 weeks to go. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, I want to put more energy in to attracting more people to this event. So videos and what I'm prepared to give, well, I reckon I need to do at least 7 or 8 videos. And I reckon I need to get onto a podcast or somewhere where there's already many people and I can provide some incredible value around this. And it's interesting I say 7 videos. I know with 7 or 8 videos, if I put those on YouTube, that the algorithm will pick it up. Because I'll be very specific on purpose, very specific on vision, and opening those 2 up to a whole new range of people. And the algorithm inside YouTube loves that sort of content. So stay tuned, and I will keep you updated with this little session, with this next 2.5 weeks to see, will my life change forever? Did I do the work? And if I didn't, why not? What's the belief that stopped me? Getting under the surface is my specialty. I do it really well for other people, and I do it pretty well for myself. Sometimes we have to go and get a coach to sort us out, all of us, and get us moving forward, not doing it all by ourselves. So there could be another thing. Maybe I need to reach out and not do it all by myself as I was doing. There you go, lots of epiphanies coming to my brain already. This is Matthew Tait. I hope this video has helped someone today by picking up this book here, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. And this book, as it turns out, is a manifesting book. Manifesting money is where they're focused, but we all know your brain has the same capacity to manifest anything you want. This is Matt Tait from Fork in the Road and Fork in Road Coaching, and I love helping people move forward. I'll see you in the next video. As always, like and subscribe to the channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. Click on that little bell and you'll get my videos popping up and you will see all my free content. All right, guys, see you next time.